Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my September favorites and flops video. Today I'm going to be going over all of my top favorite products for the month of September, as well as some that I've tried out that didn't exactly work out for me, or for one reason or another I just didn't love. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload 3 times a week. That is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So I do have a few items in here also that have only been like a week or so that I've been loving, but I did want to include them today because they are a little more fresh. So if you do want to see that, keep on watching. So first, the product that is a little bit on the newer side, I just recently posted a video right here of the new Lady Gaga line, the House Labs products. The liners are nice, the glosses are good, but it is the Glam Attack liquid powder shimmer that are really taking it for me. I have used these every single time I've done my makeup since I reviewed that product and since I put that video up. Today I'm using the shade Legend on my eyes today, and I feel like it just added the right punch of gold. And this was the shade that I didn't even think I was going to love. I did use Aphrodite in the original review video, and it was so beautiful. So I did have to give a shout out to these. They are a little on the newer side for me, but I have still been loving them. And I think 2 weeks of loving it, a week and a half of loving it, still counts. Next, I did get these in I got these in August, and they are the Violet Voss brushes. There's a bunch of them. I'm sure you've seen them in a bunch of videos. It is from the Rose Gold collection. I love these brushes. These two right here, there are no names or numbers, but it is the under eye powder brush, or I guess it could be a contour brush, but I use it for under eye powder, and then a full face powder brush have been my go-to favorites. I cannot stop using these brushes. I get pretty set in my ways and use the same brushes all the time. Since I got this brush set, I have been using them basically non-stop. I do still use a lot of my other tools and brushes, but like the fact that these brushes are a full set, full face, and very affordable, I think it was like $45 for the whole set. I did get it sent to me, so I didn't actually pay for it, but had I, like $45 for 20 brushes or 12 brushes or 18 brushes, whatever it was a great value. Next, I did mention this in my favorites video last month, and it is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. I am still loving this, and I did tell you guys I was going to be getting the full size of it. Just wanted to confirm for you, I did. I'm still loving it. I am still in the shade 30 CP. It is a beautiful product, but it is not what I'm wearing today because I'm currently in the middle of filming a review and foundation wear test for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and I'm still figuring out if I love that, so I'm not going to talk about that today, but I'm not wearing this. However, every single time I've gotten compliments on my complexion this month, this has been the foundation I've been using. It was in my favorites last video, it's in my favorites this video, love it. The next two products come from Kiehl's. The first is the Ultra Facial Cream. First off, I am like, I don't even know if you can see it, that's how white the inside is, but I'm basically 1000% empty on this one. It is a super lightweight moisturizer, great for all skin types, and I just love the way it feels on top of the skin, specifically during the day. I don't mind using something a little heavier at night because I am more oily. I do need more of the like oil control during the day, so at nighttime I can go in with something heavier, but during the day this has been my go-to. The other product from Kiehl's is the #1 lip balm formulated with squalane antioxidant vitamin E. This has been super beautiful. I do still love my Laneige lip mask, but for when I'm going out of the house and I want something that I can just open up and pop on more like a balm than an actual like lip treatment, this has been my go-to. And I actually found out recently that this is the same formula that they came out with in the 70s, and they are still using the same formula today. I think that is super cool that a brand is so into their product that they are standing behind a formula that was over 40 plus years ago. Almost 50. Holy crap. 50 years ago. Next, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is the Translucent Setting Powder. I am going to be completely honest that I have not been using translucent powder a lot this month. Every time I have been, this has been one that I've really been enjoying. Lately, I've been using pressed powder, just very lightly dabbed on, just because I've been letting my oils shine through a little bit. I've been a little bit more glowy. It hasn't looked greasy, so I've really been liking it. But people have noticed, and I've gotten a lot of comments about how my skin looks a lot more fresh because I've been using a lot less translucent powder. This one I find doesn't overly strip the skin, so I'm quite happy with the way it sits on top of everything. And then like right now, my skin is looking a little shiny, a little glowy, a little dewy. If I were to take a tiny bit of this powder, just working out of the cap, and just lightly press a little bit in the center of the face, notice how all it does is take down the shine beautifully. It's not making the face super matte, but it is just adding a tiny bit more oil control. And the last three favorites. First two are from Glow Recipe. This is the Avocado Melt Retinol Sleeping Mask and the Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. I use skincare all the time. I mean, twice a day, obviously. But more importantly, I use a lot of different products. I do often repeat products, and every now and then, products come along that when I try them out for the first time, everything just hits deeper. I feel like every time I use these, I have an amazing skin day the next day. It feels beautiful once I put it on, and everything is just super comfortable, super cozy on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy, and those anti-aging retinol ingredients are going to help too. Fine lines, wrinkles, pores, everything. Retinol is an amazing ingredient, and if you're somebody who doesn't use retinol too often and you want to find a nice, gentle way to start it up, I would recommend both of these products. These are things that I have actually worked into my regular routine 3 times a week, give or take. I do still use regular topical retinol, as in like a serum, but these are things that when added on top, it just hits so much harder. And the last favorite for the month from Kypris Beauty, this is the Clearing Serum. I am going to be honest, the first time I used it, I was like, this looks gross. It is like a milky brown color, but it is beautiful. Organically derived, beautiful ingredients. I did do a whole video talking about some of their products, which I will link right here, where Brandon and I tried out 2 of their masks and talked about a lot of the products we had already been using and loving. I had not yet used this more than, I think, once or twice. I cannot put it down. I've had a couple breakouts this month because I was trying a lot of new products, and this helped to clear them up in like a third of the time. So beautiful, and some of their line is a little pricey, I'm not going to lie, but definitely worth it for the clearing serum. All right, on to my flops. The first I'm going to talk about is, it's not a major flop, it's just I don't love it. This is the Morphe and Jeffree Star Set and Refresh Mist. I love the original. I find that this one makes me a little bit too glowy shiny. I know that they did say that this is more for dry skin. It is meant to be a little more hydrating and a little more glowy. Not something I love with my oily skin. It is that same beautiful mister. I love the scent. I just don't love the way that this makes my makeup wear throughout the day. Next from Kaja Beauty, this is the Sparkling Rosé Bento Box. I've tried this a couple times now. I tried it on its own. I tried it to layer on top of other shadows. And the colors are beautiful and they swatch nicely. I just don't love the way they translate on the eyes. I feel like the sparkle tends to get lost and there's a lot of micro glitter fallout. I'm going to have to try another shade or maybe see if I can give the brand a second chance. But off of a first impressions and a second impressions and a third impressions, it's a pass from me. The next 2 products came right out of my full face of first impressions. It is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer and the Givenchy Tank Contour Longwear Fluid Foundation. In that video, my foundation looked really beautiful, and then when I wore it throughout the day, I got greasy, I got shiny, my pores, everything settled into my pores. I tried them individually, I tried them separately, I tried them once again together with different powders. I cannot make these 2 products work, so I'm going to pass on those. Not for me, and not something I think I'm going to be using again. Sorry. And then I do want to give an honorable mention. I have been using the 5-color Dose of Color palettes all month long. Dose of Colors did send me all 6 of these. I have only used 3 on my eyes. But let me tell you, they are absolutely stunning, and I love the formula. The base for all of my shadow today, underneath the Gaga House Laboratories, was the Baked Browns palette. Super beautiful neutrals. They work wonderfully. I did also already post a tutorial, or I posted a video talking about the tutorials coming. The Marvelous Mauves palette, which is, again, you know me and my cool tones. These are also coming as a spoiler in the upcoming October box, so I'm going to go through the other 4 for you. The Sassy Siennas palette is a little bit more on the warm orangey tone. I don't know if this is a palette I'm going to get too much use out of, but the formula is beautiful, and for those days where I really do want to go a little warmer, I think that's going to be great. Blushing Berries, you know I'm going to go into this fall because these like vampy red brick shades are my everything. This is something expect to see a lot of coming up this coming October. My current favorite is the Pretty Cool palette, which is all cool tone browns, little taupey grays. You know, like this is my go-to color palette because I do love my super cool tones. And then the last one is the Snow Angels palette, which is a little bit more of like your pop of color. I think you can go navy, you can go more of that berry tone. All in all, a nice pop of color statement palette. I don't think if I got any of these in a BoxyCharm, I would be upset. All of them are beautiful, and I cannot wait to use the rest of them. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below what are some of your favorites and flops for the month. I do say this every month, but your recommendations are how I decide what I want to test and try out in the upcoming months. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.